of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of our viewers and listeners tuning in with us here in INCRadio Texas Satellite Studio. Tonight, I am one of your hosts, Brother Justin Talioga, tuning in here from Austin, Texas. It is currently August 8th, 2025, and here in Austin, Texas, it's currently 9:01 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And thank you so much to all of our viewers and listeners who are tuning in with us right now. So as we go on with the show, let's see who else is up. Let's see who else is with us here on the show. Like first off, we have we're going to go ahead and go to one of our very own crew members with us, Sister Mayfan. How are you doing?
Hi, once again, I'm surprised. I thought I was going to be just behind the scenes, but here I am. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Magandang umaga, magandang tanghali, at magandang gabi to all our viewers and listeners out there. I'm Sister Mayfem Zaragoza, of course, joining you from the locale of Sugarland, of course, District of Texas. And of course, pushing it back to you, Brother Justin. Who do we have for tonight?
Well, let's go ahead and head on over to the coastal city of Corpus Christi. Sister Kat, how are you tonight?
Hi, Brother Justin. Howdy, Sister May family. We're happy to see you tonight. We have a great crew with us today from Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm Sister Kathleen, and I will go down the line and introduce ourselves.
Hello, I'm Sister Vanessa.
Hi, I'm Sister Maya Manahan.
I'm Brother LJ Talons.
And I'm Brother Lyle Talents.
So this is our group from Corpus Christi. We're happy to be here.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. And to all our viewers and listeners, once again, thank you so much for tuning in with us here on INCRadio Texas. So what we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about how we like to break free from our comfort zone. So to all of our viewers and listeners, have you ever been scared of trying something new? Is there something that you want to get better at? And if there's anything stopping you, then that's what we will talk about in tonight's program. And of course, we can never get to have our program without our question of the night, which is, what is something you want to get better at, and what's stopping you if there's anything? So please go ahead and answer our question of the night in our live YouTube chat, and we'll be sure to read them at some point during our show. So as we are starting this program, we're going to go ahead and get started with a little icebreaker. We're going to get started with an icebreaker I like to call Challenge Accepted. So the way that this works is that all of the participants who are here with us, they're going to identify a small fear, a small phobia that they have, and rather than sharing it, what everyone will do is that they will propose one small step that they will take to face that fear, or rather to accept that challenge. Okay, so the what we're trying to do here is that we're not trying to exactly eliminate this fear, just taking the very small steps towards that step of courage. So for our participants here, who wants to go first?
I can go first. It's not a phobia, but I'm afraid of failing because I'm just a perfectionist. I just want to be perfect all the time. And I know in life, like, that's not reality. And so I guess a way to maybe take a step towards, of my, afraid of that would be to, like, for example, if I failed an exam, I could tell myself, like, I know I did the best that I could and maybe study harder.
Okay, all right. So you're a perfectionist, but of course, but you're afraid of failing, but you just want to keep trying again and again and again and again until you get it.
Yes.
Okay, all right. We like that. That's character development. That's one of my favorite phrases. So, let's have Sister Vanessa go next. So what's your fear, and
Uh,
how will you take that step towards facing it?
well, my personal fear is personal criticism. Like, it's hard for me to be judged. And so, like, one thing I want to do this upcoming week is to make a new blog entry on my blog and open it up to public discussion.
I saw Sister Mayfan's reaction to that. That was her look of approval.
Great.
Okay, all right.
We need
Oh.
to take baby steps to get somewhere. That's for sure. Baby
Baby
steps.
steps, baby steps. I like that. Baby steps. Yeah. One tiny step at a time. Okay. Now let's have Sister Cat. How about you?
I think Sister Maya and Sister Vanessa brought up good examples of things that I'm also afraid of. In this case, being in the business world, trying to do more sales and going door to door and knocking on doors and trying to sell, advertise yourself. That makes me feel afraid. But I think one of the challenges for me is to I should just sit down and make a list of prospects, and then like maybe what I'm gonna say, some points to them, and then just challenge myself to just go and knock on their door and present my services. So that's one of the challenges that I would like to face my fear. Brother Justin?
Oh, did you want me to share?
Oh no, I was just talking about you, but yes, actually we have our other brothers here, Brother Carlisle and Brother LJ. Let's have you guys share your fears. Who would like to go first?
I can go first. A phobia I have is public speaking. So by doing this INCRadio right now, I'm already taking a pretty big step. Yeah, I saw you, Brother Justin, making
Just take a big step forward.
Yeah, it's a pretty big step. Yeah. So before this, I was actually quite nervous, but I think as we continue to go on, I think I'll be quite fine. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll do our best to make sure that you're uncomfortable. I mean, as comfortable as possible.
Okay.
Brother Carlisle, how about you?
I mean, I feel like my phobia is pretty small compared to everybody else's. Mine is just bugs. I'm not really scared of them. I just feel pretty annoyed. But I guess one step I can take to, I guess, get rid of that fear is probably just know that, me as a human being, I'm bigger than the bug itself. So I should not be afraid of something that's smaller than me.
It's a pet peeve. A pet peeve. There you go. It's not really a you're not looking at it as a phobia. It's more of a pet peeve.
Yes.
And sometimes whenever I see people afraid of bugs, and it's not like the scary ones. It's more of the ones that are like the very simple ones, like crickets or beetles or what are some other bugs out there? Snails. And every time when I see people like have the biggest reaction towards it, I'm like, y'all, they're more afraid of you than you are of it. And that's coming from someone who's arachnophobic.
For sure.
Fear spiders. Okay. How about let's see who else. Sister Mayfan. So is there a phobia you have?
Well, behind the scenes, we were talking about that. And I feel like, okay, my thing is, I'm scared of heights. Okay, I'll say that. I'm scared of heights. And I think from the last show, if you guys watched the last show, I think I mentioned that I'm scared of needles too. That's why I switched from nursing to psychology because of the needles. So those
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
those are two things I guess that's on the top of my list. The third one I'm gonna keep for myself. But those were
have you ever donated blood then if you're afraid of needles?
No, thank you. Once I see the needle, I'm just like, I can't feel anything anymore. Bye. I'm leaving. I'm not
donation is like it's so interesting to me. Because I've donated for high school and then I donated for college and then yeah, I just think that's very interesting to me.
I admire that strength.
You can always volunteer.
Volunteer
at the blood donation if you're afraid.
Cannot be me. Like I'm not even joking. Every time my dad would tell me to, like, during the COVID vaccine moment, my dad had to force me to get vaccine. It wasn't because of the vaccine issue, nothing about that. It was just the needle. Like every time I see needles, I'm like frozen. Like everything, I can't feel anything. That's the main thing I feel. That's why, like, nothing. Everything goes numb, and I just like, no, bye, walk out.
It's supposed to go numb. I thought they're supposed to make you numb, right?
When I had my vaccine.
Okay. Oh, for
Have
me
like-
when it comes to needles, I'm not. It's not that I'm not afraid of them. It's not that I'm not saying I like them, but if I have to, then I will.
Yeah.
Like for example, like vaccine shots. Okay, does it have to be? Yes, it does. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Blood donation. I mean, well, how else am I going to give the blood? Am I just going to airdrop the blood to you, or
If it's possible, I would gladly do that. But no.
all right, we're airdropping it. Except AB positive, 1 pint.
Cannot
If
be
only,
me.
if
Yeah,
only.
Cannot be.
whenever I get shots, like vaccines, right? I just for like if I have to get, I guess there's times where I have to get multiple in a row, like 3 or 4. I always just count down 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So after the first one, I guess I just expect what's gonna happen. So, but after that, my arm just gets really numb. So
That's a good strategy.
just always count down from 3, 2, 1, because after that, it's just done.
I mean, that's
Is-
what they say. It's like some nurses, like in the Philippines, if you guys speak Tagalog, some of the nurses would say, "Okay, hingang malalim." So like it's take a deep breath, and then that's when they'll do the injection or the vaccine or whatever. So I would do that, but I would still be like looking at them like they were my worst enemies and like never touch me ever again. Bye. And just bolt out of the building.
Mr. Maytan way, does it help to have a blindfold during those times?
No,
Or
no.
that-
I'm gonna spiral if that happens. Because now I'm gonna be like guessing where the needle's gonna land, and I'm like, no, wait, what am I preparing for? So I'd rather be like them letting me know that okay, I'm like 3, 2, 1, and then we're done, rather than like not like looking away. I feel like it's gonna make things worse. I don't know if to the listeners out there, I don't know if you experience the same thing as me, but high fives if you are. If you're not, respect.
Okay, all right. It was nice knowing everyone's fears and their very interesting ways of combating them. No, but thank you so much to all of our participants who have participate in tonight's icebreaker. So let's go ahead and see who's tuning in our program. Looks like we have one of our very own resident ministers here in the District of Texas, Brother Dave and Dominic, who's tuning in with us all the way from San Antonio, Texas. And looks like we have a question, an answer to our question of the night from Liz McDonough, who says, I want to get better on courage. I am scared to travel alone, like flying alone. I can lead if I am with someone, but I can't if I'm alone. Thank you so much, Liz McDonald. And she's tuning in all the way from Lake Jackson, Texas. And we have one of our ministerial workers, Brother Ron DeMesa, is tuning in with us from Edinburgh. And we have Elizabeth Talent, who says she's scared of blood. I feel like there's, I know there's a name for this, but I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I forgot the name of that fear. So if you know the name of that, please let us know. Okay, and we also have Alona Tyree tuning in from Killeen, Texas, tuning in with us, and we have Nora Creativas tuning in with us as well. So thank you so much to all of our viewers and listeners for tuning in with us here on INCRadio Texas. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and answer our question of the night, which is, what is something that you want to get better at, and what's stopping you? So please go ahead and answer our question in our live YouTube chat, and we'll be sure to read your answers at some point during our show. So we'll go ahead and open this discussion to everyone, to all of our participants who are here. So tell us about a time you tried something new. And when you tried that something, were you scared?
That's a good question. Trying something new. Before, in the past, when I was a teenager, I was always scared of trying something new. I only would like stick to things that I'm familiar with. But when a friend had brought me to and one of the things that I was afraid of doing was I'm afraid of slides and roller coasters. But when a friend had brought me to a water park, and we had to wait 2 hours in line for this latest ride that came up. As soon as I got on that slide, despite I was really scared, it just lasted less than 30 seconds. And afterwards, it was thrilling and exhilarating. So just experiencing something that you're anticipating, afraid of, but then taking the courage to try it, suddenly you discover you like it. So you never know if you're going to like something unless you try it. What about our friends here in Corpus?
Yeah, me, when I started marching band, I didn't really know anybody, and it was actually my first extracurricular. So that meant taking the extra responsibility, like staying after school, meeting new people. But then as the season came along, I actually started to make a lot more friends, and the entire activity was just super fun. And yeah, it's one of my. I'm very happy that I didn't quit. Like I was actually on the verge of quitting, but I was so glad that I continued and kept going because it's probably the best thing that's happened to me in school.
It helps you grow.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I wanted to. I had the same. I had the same answer as Sister Cat. It was trying new things like amusement parks and or roller coasters and stuff. Because back when I was younger, I was just afraid of like always like falling off or I was just very scared of heights as well. But once I got on that one ride, I just never wanted to I always wanted to try all of them. So every time we go to an amusement park, that's the first thing that's in my head. I just always want to try all the rides over there. So yeah.
For me, it's meeting new brethren from other local congregations because I come from a military background and I tend to move away a lot, so I'm never in one space. And so Corpus Christi is one of the places I stayed. My dad retired here in the Corpus Christi military base, and so trying new things as I'm going up to brethren from other congregations to go meet them and to introduce myself. And so recently we had the food bank community service, and it was so nice. After the food bank, I had the opportunity to talk to other brothers and sisters from other local congregations.
That's awesome. Now you have new friends.
For sure. It was really nice to meet everyone and talk about school and other topics that I can relate to.
That's awesome. Sister Vanessa?
Well, trying new things is always scary. And so recently I started exercising because I have a friend who's a personal trainer and he kept begging me and begging me. He's like, "You're going to love yourself for doing this." I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared to get injured. I'm kind of scared to see if I actually can do this consistently. But the more I kept practicing, it actually became pretty good for me. I'm in my 7th week now.
Yeah, awesome.
Good
job.
Sometimes the hardest step, especially for something like that, sometimes the hardest step to that is getting started.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
For sure.
Yes. So it's nice to see how everyone has had their own moments when it comes to trying something something new, especially hearing from everyone's uh, stories and experiences. And yes, we were definitely scared, but sometimes you got to push through that, get out of that comfort zone, and then just and just keep pushing through. So it's also very interesting to see how everyone has shown that moment of bravery, even though you're not exactly saving someone from a car accident, but it's like their own versions of bravery. Does bravery exactly what does being brave mean to you? I'm asking all the participants who are with us.
I feel like being brave is despite you're scared of something or it's triggering for you, you just do the task you have to do because people are counting on you or you're going to impact somebody's life. So regardless, you're against all odds, despite your fears, you just go and do it. What about you guys?
For me, I feel like it's just having the courage to do something, and that doesn't necessarily have to be for someone else. It could be just for yourself, just for that self improvement, or just for self improvement, basically.
Yeah, I think bravery is not exactly being completely fearless of everything. Like you can still have fear but still be brave. I think it's just like not letting that fear control you and still like being able to be yourself and do whatever you're afraid of. Just don't let it control you, and that's already being brave in itself.
I agree with all the responses. I think being brave means, going the extra mile to do anything and giving your 160% into everything and, maybe take on leadership roles and all that stuff.
It's good.
Yeah.
What about you, Sister May?
I definitely agree, especially like when I was working out at first, I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hurt myself. But then I kept pushing through, giving that extra 160%. And I felt it more and more, getting myself stronger and better. So going past the fear and doing it anyway.
And having somebody else like encourage you, right? Because you said you have a friend who's a personal trainer to
Yes.
encourage you.
Yes.
So it's even better when you have like friends or family members to, give you that courage and overcome those fears that you originally had.
For sure.
That's so true.
And just knowing that you're not alone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. So our question of the night of tonight is what's something that is that now we're at the point where where we want to move forward, whether it be marching band or studies or getting back into physical exercise. So is there anything specific that you want to get better at now, and is there anything stopping you?
For me, definitely say time management. Overall, I'm a very punctual person. I honestly don't like Filipino time at all. Like I like to be early to anything, and everything. But definitely time management. This summer, honestly, I had a hard time because I had 2 internships, and then I was juggling with 2 classes, and then also my personal life, and I felt like this summer I didn't have much personal care or like self-care. And so just, time management, I for sure need to get better at that. And honestly, what's stopping me is just myself. I could honestly, plan better and have maybe schedules I could write down instead of, always stressing about everything.
I feel like what you just said there is something that I also need to work on, like the time management, but also just I think because I have so many, like I mean, like everybody else, I have a lot of dreams and ambitions, but sometimes I'm hesitant to go for it. I sometimes stop myself because I'm overthinking. So that's one of the things that I want to get better at is just doing it and rather than just thinking about it or analyzing it. But yeah, that's for me time management and just getting the initiative and courage to just go and get it done.
Motivation for sure.
Yes. How about you guys?
I think what my sister is saying is that we need to find a balance in our lives for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very important to find time for not only our activities, but ourselves. Our self-care is very essential. And so I think we're right. What's stopping us really isn't really a physical thing as much as just ourselves and our thought
Mental.
processes. Yeah, for sure.
For me, I feel like I have to get better at maybe studying, not more so getting myself to study, but I guess the more like the ways of studying, because I feel like for me, all the different strategies, they just aren't for me. So I guess one way to really get myself to, I guess, benefit from it is just find more strategies and maybe ask some friends as well, because I feel like I feel like I have some friends that I can really ask those type of questions on, because I feel like they're very academic, or yeah, when it comes to school I feel like I can really depend on them. So I guess it also comes to maybe time management as well, so as what Miss Sister Maya said and Sister Kat said. So yeah, time management and I guess finding better studying strategies.
Yeah, I agree with what Sister Vanessa said. There's nothing like physical that's really stopping me from getting better at the things I want to get. It's really just myself. So it's not really an impossible goal to reach. So as long as I can put my mind to it, I can achieve it for sure.
That's awesome. I feel like it's our pre-programming, like our habits. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard to get out of it, and we just
Mhm.
have to take that extra step to just break through
Mhm.
the things we're comfortable.
For sure.
Yes.
I tend to procrastinate a lot, and so I definitely want to get better at not procrastinating. There's just a million stuff that I'm in, like organizations and activities, and it just get put on like the back burner. But then I remember like the due date, and I'm just like, oh wait, I need to do that. Yeah.
I feel like we fear a lot of stuff because we are not there yet and we haven't been there.
Yeah.
That's why we fear it. We
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen once we get there. That's why we hold ourselves back. So I guess that's the main thing. That's why our greatest like struggle, if I say it that way, is really our mind and the mentality of it. So that's a great step. You guys already know. You guys know. Yay. Small steps, small baby steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Like my friends like to tell me it's like exposure therapy. Exposure bit by bit. I do work in ABA, so we do that to our kids, like chaining. So we start from small stuff, like task chaining. So small stuff until they can do the big stuff. Like you'd be surprised how much wonders those things can do, especially because our kids they really don't know other than what they've seen since they are on that side they are on a spectrum, so they're everywhere. So that's really good. That's really good for you guys to realize that. I'm really proud of you. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. Thanks for this
I,
addition.
I I love how hearing from everyone. They're all, of course, they all have their own fears. They all have their own worries when it comes to working on whatever it is they're currently working on, especially especially all the weight that they have coming at them in the future. But I love seeing the what's the word? I love seeing the attitude of everyone here. Everyone has the attitude like they know it, like all of you know whatever it is you have coming up. You know it's hard, but then you're like, let's do it. Bring it on. Everyone has is willing to take that small step or even those big steps towards courage, no matter how hard it may be to break free from that comfort zone. So thank you so much to all of our participants and co-hosts for joining us tonight on INCRadio Texas. So let's go ahead and see who else is tuning in with us. Looks like we have Brother Ron de Mesa, and he says he wants to get better at speaking Spanish. So when I'm ordering tacos, I understand what they're saying to each other here in Edinburgh. And we also have Lauren de Mesa who says, I want to get better at doing my own gel nails. I didn't know those were a thing. What's stopping me is all the code designs are are intimidating. And we also have one of our own resident ministers, Brother Armand David, who says, I am afraid of roller coasters, but my 9-year-old son Asher loves loves to feigning courage. I think that's it. And so I joined him, and I never looked back ever since. Now I can even ride the Superman from Six Flags. And we also have Jennifer Wyatt who says, I want to get better at public speaking. What's stopping me is my hesitation when the opportunity arises. So thank you so much to all of our viewers and listeners for for answering our question of the night. And of course, we're tuning in with us here on INCRadio Texas. So before we wrap up our show, we can never forget to thank our district multimedia advisor, Brother Mark Angelo de los Reyes, our district CFO overseer, Brother Matt Carl Talents, our assistant district minister, Brother Jody Sampson, our district supervising minister, Brother Noel Creativo, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Endaya, our station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Arano Vimanalo, and we can never forget to thank our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much for all your support in these programs, Paul. And really quickly, before we wrap up our show, do we have any greetings, shout outs to our participants who are over there in Corpus Christi?
A shout out to our local congregation of Corpus Christi and to our families and friends and all our supporters and our district of Texas. Anybody else? Shout out.
You said it.
You said it already.
Okay.
You said it. Okay. Well, thank you so much to all of our co-hosts, and once again to our viewers and listeners who have tuned in with us here on INCRadio Texas. Please don't forget to tune into INCRadio Texas, which is every Friday at 9:00 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or every Friday at 10:00 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And coming right after this, we have INCRadio Caribbean. Don't forget to subscribe to our INC Radio YouTube channel. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.